You are performing right now, not on a stage, not in front of a camera, just sitting here, reading this, and you are performing. The way you hold your face when you think someone might glance at you. The specific version of yourself you decided to be this morning before you walked out the door. The tone you used in your last text message, carefully chosen before you hit send. You have been doing this your entire life, and you have never once stopped to ask why. In 1959, a sociologist named Erving Goffman published a book that would quietly rewire how scientists think about human behavior. He called it The Presentation of Self in Everyday Life. His argument was simple and devastating. Every human being, in every social situation, is an actor. You are not occasionally performing, you are always performing. There is no version of you that exists outside the performance. That idea probably makes you uncomfortable. It should, because here is what Goffman actually meant. He was not saying you are fake. He was not calling you a liar. He was pointing at something far older, far stranger, and far more deeply wired into your biology than manners or social anxiety. He was describing a survival mechanism so ancient it predates language, predates civilization, predates almost everything that makes you human. To understand it, you have to go back much further than 1959. Your ancestors lived in groups. This was not a lifestyle choice. It was the only way to survive. Alone on the savannah, a human is slow, soft-skinned, and easy to kill. In a group, a human becomes something that apex predators learn to avoid. The group was everything, and the group had rules. Anthropologist Robin Dunbar spent decades studying the social lives of primates and early humans. His research showed that human brains evolved in lockstep with the size and complexity of our social groups. The neocortex, the part of your brain responsible for social reasoning, for reading faces and predicting behavior and managing relationships. It grew bigger, specifically to handle more people. Your brain is, at its core, a social tracking machine. And here is the critical piece. In a group, your reputation was your survival. If the group decided you were untrustworthy, you were isolated. If the group decided you were weak, you were overlooked in times of crisis. If the group decided you did not belong, the consequences were not just social, they were fatal. Exile did not mean embarrassment, it meant death. So your ancestors developed a solution. They learned to manage the information other people had about them. They learned to present themselves strategically. That is what you inherited. Not vanity, not insecurity, a survival system. Every time you smooth out your expression before answering a difficult question, you are running ancient software. Every time you decide not to say the thing you are actually thinking in a meeting, your brain is performing a calculation that has kept human beings alive for hundreds of thousands of years. You are protecting your place in the group. Goffman described human social life using the language of theater. He said, every interaction has a front stage and a backstage. The front stage is where the performance happens. The version of yourself you present to your coworker, your date, your mother. The backstage is the private space where the mask comes off, where you exhale, where you let yourself be messy and uncertain and real. But here is the part of Goffman's theory that most people miss. Even backstage, you are performing. Even alone, you maintain a version of yourself. The internal narrative you tell yourself about who you are, that is a performance too. You are your own audience. Psychologist Dan Zahavi has written extensively on the philosophy of selfhood, and his research points toward an idea that disturbs most people when they first encounter it. The self is not a fixed object you carry around inside you. It is a story you are constantly constructing and revising. It has no stable core. It is made in the telling. In other words, there is no real you hiding behind all the performances. The performances are you. You might be resisting that right now. You might be thinking, no, I have moments of genuine authenticity. Moments where I am not performing at all. And you are right. Those moments exist. But consider what they are. They are moments when your performance is so practiced, so deeply integrated, that it no longer feels like performance. When you are completely comfortable with someone, a childhood friend, a long-term partner, your dog, you are not performing less. You are performing a version of yourself you have rehearsed so many times, it has become automatic. The mask becomes the face. This is actually a feature, not a bug. Neuroscientist Matthew Lieberman, whose research at UCLA explored the social brain extensively, found that the networks in your brain responsible for social cognition